June, Chuck's wife.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. You thought it was going to be Chuck down there, didn't you? No, it's me. That's all you got to deal with. Anyway, it's me and Hooli.
Hey.
We got Hooli here. Of course we do. Well, it's
Get your hands off me.
You hardly touched your food. No, all right. Well, no, we won't go through that again anyway. Long story.
Where's a rim shot when you need one, right?
Whoa! Right in. Anyway, well, of course you know we're out here at Ghoulardifest 2010. Of course we have a blast out here every year. The last couple of years, I've even had the privilege of actively taking part in it. So it's been an absolute treat and joy for me as a lifelong fan of. Unfortunately, Ghoulardi was a little too early. I mean, it was a little before my time. I was a little too young for Ghoulardi.
Really? Okay.
Yes, but I grew.
You missed something.
But I grew. Yeah, I know I did. You know, and but I tell you, I love that documentary. It's fantastic. But
oh yeah.
I grew up with these guys. These are my childhood idols, and let me tell you, it's been such an honor to get to actually know you guys in person. So it's wonderful. But Bob Hoolihan Wells always comes back here for Ghoulardifest. I can tell you look like you have. Yeah, every time I look at you, you are just like a kid. You are having so much fun.
Somewhere in my attic is a painting that's getting very, very ugly and gray.
I swear to God, you know, there must be something about Cleveland because, you know, we got Goddard over here, we got Chuck. These guys are all just like our own versions of Dick Clark, the world's youngest teenagers.
Oh, I wish.
You know what? We all may get a little bit older and a little bit grayer and maybe a little bit wrinklier, but we all still act just as immature as we ever did.
It's a living.
I know. Well, maybe for you.
Well, I mean, I had a special thing. You know, I did the weather, and even Dick Goddard would admit this, the weather is inaccurate beyond 3 days. You can flip a coin and be as accurate as the usual weatherman. There's no slam on them. Yeah. That's just the nature of weather.
It's an inexact science.
An exact science.
Right.
And so that's why I always had fun with the weather. I always was serious with the forecast because people want to know what the weather's going to be. Yeah. Especially around here, it changes every 5 minutes.
But you got to have fun.
Exactly. I mean, you figure you're beyond 3 days, you're lying anyway. So why be serious about it?
Sometimes it doesn't work out for the next day. You know, you really get thrown for a loop, and then you got everybody going, that Goddard or that Hoolihan, I'll get you.
And the usual line there is, wait a minute, I'm in sales, not in management. You know.
So, what have you been doing these last few years? I know you've been down in Florida. You know, I know that when you first left, you went down to do radio. Is that not correct?
No, I went down. My wife and I went down there to help start a Christian TV station.
Okay.
She and I were destined to be co-host of a daily 90-minute talk, music, and interview show on a brand new Christian TV station.
Okay.
And so we really enjoyed that.
Okay. And so, what have you been doing to keep yourself busy down there now?
Well, I mean, I could just sit back and in my easy chair and watch my 63-inch TV set, you know. And
I know you. That would not satisfy you. You've got to be out doing something.
Well, to put it, I mean, a lot of people will relate to this. I need stuff to look forward to doing. Mm-hmm. And so I've been busy I do commercials. Mm-hmm. I have a little studio set up in my home. And
well, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, what happens is people send me commercials by email. I sit there in my underwear, sorry for that image, and do them.
TMI.
What is this, instant reactions? You know, I used to use the phrase expressions for all occasions. You know. But anyway, I do the commercials and email them back, and they're nice enough to send me a check for doing that. So.
Wow.
And then I also do theater. There's a Show Palace Dinner Theater just north of Tampa. The only professional dinner theater on the west coast of Florida now, unfortunately. Tells you what the state of the economy is.
Yeah.
And I've done like 10 shows there now.
Fantastic.
You know, Kiss Me Kate, Mame, and stuff, all the fun stuff.
Theater is a lot of fun, isn't it? It's so much different than television too. It's a lot of fun.
Well, it's instant gratification.
Oh, big time.
Don't mind using those terms, you know, because you have the audience. You can make them laugh. You can make them cry.
Exactly.
But they're with you all the time.
Right there.
In TV, TV, you never really know how you're doing. Only when you come to something like this, and people are nice enough to say how much we meant to them down through the years, you get that gratification. But there, it's instant.
Yeah,
you know?
it is. And once you get into that, you're addicted.
Oh,
you need a fix. You need a fix all the time. Isn't it? I know what it's like. Yeah, I know.
It's fun.
But it is.
And also, there's a beautiful performing arts center there in Clearwater called the Ruth Eckerd Hall. It's like 2,000 seats, and it's a beautiful thing. A lot of stars come in, and I thought, let's pay this thing forward. I'm starting to usher there at the theater. I mean, it's not ulterior motive. I get to see free shows.
Free is always good. Trust me, that's one thing I've learned. When you got a camera in front of you, you get some free stuff that you don't normally do, and I'm all about that.
Oh, I hear that.
Oh, that's great. Well, hey, there you go. If you ever get down to Clearwater, Florida area, check out, if you're a theater buff, or hey, maybe if you've never gone to see a show, check out the area, the theaters in Clearwater, Florida. You just might get to see a show on stage with Hoolihan. So, other than that, we'll check back here in about 12 months' time, and I think we'll see you then.
God willing.
I'll hold you to it.
Okay, you got it.
It's great to see you again, Bob.
Thank you.
Well, we'll wander about some more, and we'll see if we can't annoy some of the other locals. Yeah, I know. You'd rather it was him.